Welcome back to Tammy Talks About. So I know it's just been a short little bit since I did my last video, but we've got a lot to cover today. You know, when news drops in this case, it drops fast, it drops furious, and it drops amazingly. Quickly, before we get into the video, of course, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, share this video, leave a comment, all the good stuff that feeds the algorithm. And, of course, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. And one of the things I want to talk about real quick, I know you've probably seen on other channels or you've probably even read the stories yourself. All over the media, we're seeing stories of how AH is eyeing roles in the possible Fantastic Beasts or the new Harry Potter series. And I got to thinking about this. It wasn't long before that we heard about she possibly wanted a role in the Johnny Depp, in Pirates of the Caribbean. And here's the thing. It seems like to me that all came out around the time that we got the truth about the charities. And it seems like whenever there's real things that the media should be covering, real stories that the media should be covering, especially if they're in Johnny's favor, they start covering this crap. I think it's nothing more than her PR firm dropping these stories, planting these stories in the media to try and take the focus off the fact that this woman lied. And that every word that came out of her mouth about anything that she claims Johnny did to her is nothing but a lie. I think that's all it is. So, I know everyone got really upset, got really worried. I love the Harry Potter series. That was the first series I read with my daughter that I was able to really enjoy the books. And so I do hope that, I know Warner Brothers has proved to be stupid, but my God, I hope they're not just utterly insane. Because if they add that woman to one of their movies or to their series, you've already destroyed a beloved series. You might as well just go ahead and put up a tombstone if you add her to it personally, because that's all. It will kill the series completely. And I just really hope that J.K. Rowling puts her foot down at least for this and says no. But on to this. So we got some updates from Real Laura B over on Twitter. So quickly, shout out to her. Thank you so much for everything you do. I know you work so incredibly hard, and thank you. It means so much to all of us. And also a quick thank you to my good friend Mary Sue, who always sends me the links to these tweets because I don't keep up with my Twitter. I just can't. But she updated us with, and this is from yesterday, I believe, was when this was tweeted. Johnny Depp versus AH in Fairfax. Judge Azcarate's first order. Depp was granted in part and denied in part as expected. So let's quickly go over the order. Upon consideration of plaintiff's motion to compel defendant's further responses without objections and production of documents in response to his fourth request for production, plaintiff's motion, the parties' respective briefs, arguments of counsel on April 30th, 2021, and being fully advised, it is this 12th day of May, 2021, hereby ordered as follows. Number 1, plaintiff's motion granted in part and denied in part. Number 2, defendant shall produce to plaintiff by no later than Friday, May the 28th, 2021, all non-privileged documents responsive to the following request contained in plaintiff's fourth set of requests for production. RFPs, and then it lists them, all the numbers. All of defendant's objections to these requests are overruled, and that is in all caps. I love that. And the temporal scope of her production shall be from January 1st, 2010 forward. Number 3, defendant's objections to RFPs numbers 37, 38, and 42 are overruled, and defendant shall produce all non-privileged documents responsive to these requests by no later than May 28, 2021. Number 4, defendant's objections, RFPs numbers 39 through 41 are sustained, and we'll go over what those are in just a second. Number 5, defendant's objections to RFPs numbers 18 and 19 are overruled. By asserting defensive counsel as an affirmative defense, defendant waived her attorney-client privilege with respect to the op-ed at issue in the complaint. Accordingly, her communications on that subject are not privileged, and defendant shall produce all communications to or from anyone, including but not limited to any of her legal counsel and or anyone associated with the ACLU relating in any way to the op-ed, and shall produce by no later than Friday, May the 28th, all drafts of the op-ed and any and all documents responsive to RFPs numbers 18 and 19. Number 6, with respect to tax returns, defendant shall produce all information showing gross income, but may otherwise redact. And number 7, defendant represents she has produced all non-privileged documents responsive to RFPs numbers 5, 7, 8, and 37. So this is a really good ruling here, and I think it's very fair. And Laura, of course, being the wonderful person she is, Laura B. provided us with, not only did she provide us with the original motions and request, she also provided us with that it appears that the only part that was denied was regarding the identity of the anonymous donations. So that's what RFPs number 37 through 42 request, and she gave us what it said. It says 6 documents related to the publicity AH received from her false promise to donate the entirety of her divorce settlement to Mr. Depp to charity. Documents sufficient to confirm the dates and amounts of any donations from the settlement proceeds that were actually made, and documents reflecting an anonymous donor who appears to have made donation on AH's behalf. AH has put these matters at issue, including by testifying that she could not have been financially motivated in accusing Mr. Depp of abuse because she supposedly had kept none of the settlement proceeds. So that's really, it's not even really a win for AH and her team, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we all know who made those donations. Wasn't one of the checks on Vanguard's account? Whose charity was that? Oh, yeah, Muskie. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just 1-0. And I think this is a very fair ruling, because, in all honesty, when you do something anonymously, especially when you do something like donate to charity, and even if it was for the slimy reasons that Muskie did it for AH, the thing is when you do something anonymously, you do expect that it will remain anonymous. So it's not like she won anything, because like I said, we all know who did it. The brilliant Rocket Man decided to write the check on a Vanguard checking account. We're not all idiots there, Muskie. We can figure these little things out. But, you know, hey, that is what it is. So, and I also had a tweet from Andrea Burkhart, who, as you know, is an attorney, and someone had asked her, let me get over here to this, someone had asked her about some of these rulings, and let's see here, let me pull it up really quickly, and we will also, we're going to have her tax information, her charitable donations. There's just so much we're going to get, and let's see, here it is. Let me just pull this up. Someone had asked Andrea Burkhart, it was Don Creotix, I'm sorry, can you please explain by asserting defense of counsel as an affirmative defense, and how does that weigh privilege? Andrea answered, she is arguing that she could not have acted with actual malice because she relied on her attorney's advice about what to say in the op-ed. She doesn't get to hide behind her attorney's advice and then not disclose what exactly the attorney knew and advised her. So she's screwed. She's so totally screwed. And I imagine her attorneys are going to cover their butts. But, you know, that's what we've got right now. I just thought I'd update you on this. And we'll be doing some more videos later. And until next time, be blessed.